In the same team as Prabha and Eugene, they went to follow the farmers. So they observe how the community, the housewife, the farmers, do their daily life. Besides observing, they also interact with them. They communicate, they converse with them, so that they understand what kind of difficulties, what kind of issues that the farmers and the housewives were having at that time. And then besides that, they also experience what the farmers and what the housewife experience in their daily life. So if the farmers are clearing the farmland, the boys at that time were also clearing the farmland. When the housewife were cooking, preparing food, and carry the food to the farm to be given to the farmers, the girls also do the same thing. So they help out in the food preparation, carry the food together with the housewife to the farmland. So why do they do that? They do that so that they can empathize with the issues, with the challenges, with the pain points that the community were facing. By staying for 5 days, then they realized there's this particular problem that the community of farmers were facing. That issue is drying. So traditionally, the drying process that is being done in the village is by opening a mat and then lay it open near the roadside. And then they just put the tops, the grains on top of the mat. But as the result of this, because it's an open area, so many birds come and eat the crops. Rodents also eat the crops. Pests also infested the crops. So as the result of this, they lost 20 to 40% of the crops that they have harvested. And on top of that, it takes 4 to 5 days for them to dry these grains, these crops in a normal sunny day. When it rains, it takes even longer time, more than a week. So the students realized this. They identified this as the main issue that the community was facing at that time. So they come together with the students from the Yogyakarta, from Indonesia, their buddies. They sit and then they brainstorm and then they came up with this idea. They wanted to make an affordable and highly efficient dryer using cans. So they conceived this idea when they were there, and then after 2 weeks, Prabha and Eugene went back to Singapore Poly. And then they approached me. They were very, very convincing when they told me, Dr. Noel, we have to do this, we have to build this because the community really needs this. Technology is a technology that is suitable to the social and economic conditions of the area in which it is to be applied. Similarly, if we use dictionary.com, appropriate technology means a science or technology considered reasonable and suitable. So I want to highlight this word, suitable. How could it be possible for students to identify a problem that is really a problem and then provide a suitable solution to this problem? So all these are possible because SP has this program called Learning Express. SP has this program called Learning Express. So what is this Learning Express? Learning Express is an immersive student program that allows students from various countries, not just from Singapore, from various countries, to use their domain skills to innovate by identifying, so they need to identify the issues and solving the community issues collaboratively together with the students from that destination country, and also together with the community. Okay, together. So I'll show you a video that explains what is Learning Express in a nutshell.
Learning Express is an international social innovation program. The objective will be to get our students and the students from our partner institutions to apply their skills, what they are learning in their course of study, together with the design thinking concepts in order to help the communities. In that particular sense, when they go to different communities around Singapore, they will get an immersive experience of really living in that community before they even think of helping them. So it's a real world learning. You go to the place, live with the people, see how they live their life, look at their lifestyle, learn the culture of that particular place, and then help them.
Time our student heard about the Learning Express, it's like a method that we have to do a lot. At first, we have to walk by the user's shoes to understand what the user needs.
And then I can find the problems and the suitable solution for a problem. Is to extract and develop syrup from sorghum in cottage industries. We must prepare a lot before we do the exam.
I think the Learning Express has given them a great experience that they would never experience in Japan. And I hope they can utilize their experience in their future study and maybe future life, and then broaden their mind and then have more, take more opportunities to enrich their life.
Our Group 3 objective and focus is make use of the green identity of an eco-village called Gata to develop products through upcycling waste and develop a business model.
I met a lot of new friends from Singapore, Indonesia, and Japan. It's a totally new experience for me. We eat, play, and work together. It was a very wonderful experience.
In March 2014. So he experienced the same process as what Eugene and Prabha experienced. And then he realized one of the challenges that the people were facing at that time is cooking. His focus at that time was helping the housewife more. So one of the challenges is cooking. The people, the housewife, they were cooking using traditional stone stove, using biomass like wood, but it creates lots of smoke. And then, as we know, this smoke, right, created by wood fires is the primary cause of death in rural areas. So he came up with this idea. came up with a stove, a simple stove that could enhance the air circulation so that the amount of smoke produced will be lesser. And this is his first prototype. So I still keep his first prototype. So this is his first prototype. As you can see, it is made of just recycled material. It's just simple cans. Because the whole idea is we don't want the students to immediately build a working prototype. We want them to test. Build something, what we call low resolution prototype. So this is one example of low resolution prototype. And then bring this back to the community and then ask for their feedback. Do you like it? What can be improved? What you don't like from this prototype? So this is what Jing En did. So this is their first prototype. The community says so many things. I don't like this kind of mechanism whereby I have to pull out this part if I want to throw away the ashes, for example. I don't like this mechanism, so on and so forth. So many things. And then from there, Jing En refined the prototype. When he went back to Singapore, he refined this low resolution prototype. Okay, and then he delivered the final prototype. Oh, before that, he was quickly exposed to his domain skill, and then he engaged, understand the fluid dynamics of air circulation during the combustion process. So he studied this by himself. He approached one of the professors from the local university here in Singapore to help him understand about computational fluid dynamics. Because I don't know anything about computational fluid dynamics. So when he asked me, I told him I don't understand. Okay, I don't know. So you need to find a person that is very good at this. So he approached the professor from National University of Singapore and US, and then he learned about this computational fluid dynamics, and then he learned this by himself, and he tried to simulate this using the software that was given to him, and then he optimized the design. So he used the computational fluid dynamics, and then he learned about material selection again by himself, and then he also learned deeper about heat transfer. So he came up with this final prototype. So he went back together with Eugene and Prabha also, but they are different group, yeah, separate group. But they were doing the same. They were doing a project in the same place, in the same village. So they went back, and then they show this biomass stove. It's an efficient and safer biomass stove because it doesn't create so many smoke. You can see here. And then again, it's conceived by them, designed by them, implemented and operated by the students. So when Jing En bring this back to the village, he wanted to make a great impact. He wanted to influence so many people, but it's very difficult. So he has this idea: if I can convince the village head, then I can convince the rest of the people. So this person in blue is the head of the farmers. Okay? We didn't manage to find the village head, but the head of the farmers also an influential person. So we invited him to our demonstration, and then I'll show you a video. You can see how enthusiastic the head of the farmers.
Mereka ada hasilnya langsung, ada dulu, ada sesuatu yang bisa apa ya, terus berdasarkan dapat seperti tadi maka tekanan ini kita sebut instant gratification.
So by showing this to the head of the farmers, we managed to get his buy-in. And then the next day, we did another round of demonstration. And this time around, what happened? We had more people. But my question is, when the families in the rural area, who do the cooking? Is it the husband or the housewife? The housewife. So our intention is to convince the housewife to use this stove. But in order to get them in, we need to convince the head of the farmers first. So in this video, you will see there's lots of housewives. And then Jing'en is confidently explaining how this stove works. So you can see the housewife, they were very interested. They keep on asking questions. As you can see from the fire, there's already little smoke.
So you put something on top, then you cannot add the fire, you cannot add the thing from the top, you can just put it.
Nggak bisa masukin waktu masak kalau nggak bisa masukin dari atas kan kasih kayak panci atau kompor itu matinya secara
Okay, so that's the story about Jing'en. So because of this whole experience, he told me that he's very transformed by what the community told him. So he's doing his national service now. When he finished his national service, he said he wants to do more of this social innovation project. Clean paper. Okay, time's up. Okay, so can I get your hands off from your final design? Can I get your hands off from your final design?
Let's get a picture.
Okay, can I get your hands off from your final design?
Okay, one more.
No worries, later we will take a group picture together with our design.
This fine, okay.
Okay,
Take.
Okay, take 1, 2, 3. Yes.
okay, so
Shaker. So we have a circle. We have like that shape like a circle, and then that's it. We form like a cylindrical.
We see that the whipping bonds in the middle. So
Yeah.
we make it small and try to strengthen this middle, and we hope we lucky.
okay, you can test.
We have 5.
No, we only hope for.
Yeah, stay on the like the base.
Ini bagus.
Nah.
No.
Two first and then one and then
Three first.
two first and then
We need to count until 10. Which idea do you think will be adopted by the lady? Is it the solar cooker or the one that Jing En implemented in the village? Which one? Yes, the one that Jing En implemented. Why?
More familiar.
More familiar. It's their habit to cook in that way. Okay? It's inherent in their daily activities. So when we go for Learning Express program, we always emphasize to our students, don't fight the culture, and we need to innovate based on the existing platform. If they cook like that, when we propose a solution to them, we have to make sure that that solution will not change their habit. So this is one example of how we apply the second design principle. Another example, a cassava squeezer project. So we went to this village, okay, also in Indonesia. There was this community of ladies, okay, the housewife. They were processing cassava into cassava crackers. One of the process is the squeezing of the, after they mix it with water, the cassava, after they mix the cassava with water, they will try to squeeze the essence of the cassava out. You can see in the video. Okay? Because they want to extract the essence of the cassava out from the cassava press. Okay. So when the students were there, they realized there are two people doing this process. There are two people. The first idea that we proposed to this housewife is a one-man operated squeezer project. So what do you think the response of the housewife? They don't like it because they're so used to work with another person sitting in front of her. Yes, chatting. They're so used to it. So from the mechanical engineering point of view, which one is more efficient? One-man operated or two-man operated? One-man operated. But then the community, they don't like it because they're so used to that habit to work together. So the first idea was abandoned. Then we came up with the two-man operated. So you can see here there are two handles. So come two men. Then the community, they were very happy, okay, compared to the first idea, which is the one-man operated.
But how about the not so good?
Later you will see how the housewife are making their own function. You can see the communities, they are building their own palm shelter. So at the same time, I was teaching them how to hold a hammer, okay, in a better way so that they can control the hammer. When we were doing this activity, some of the housewives told this to us. This is my first time holding and using a hammer. And then I asked this lady back, so after going through this experience, will you be comfortable holding and using hammer again? Yes. She said this with conviction. So I was deeply, my students and I were very happy. We managed to build their confidence in building this kind of things. Okay, so managed to build their own corn sheller, okay, and then they use it for their own usage. Okay, so I want to end the session by asking this question. Okay, what is our role as a builder?